the example of augmented reality. So, games aside, there are as many uses of AR in our everyday lives. For example, enhanced navigation system that use augmented reality to superimpose a route over the live view on the road. Then it is also used during football games. So broadcasters basically use augmented reality to draw lines on the field to illustrate and analyze plays, furniture, and housewares. Like Giant IKEA offers an AR app that lets you see how a piece of furniture will look and fit in your particular space. In military also, the military fighter pilots see an AR projection of their altitude, altitude, speed, and other data on their helmet visor. That is basically a device for AR, which means they don't need to waste focus by glancing down to see them. Then neurosurgeons sometimes use AR projection of a 3D brain to aid them in surgeries. Then at some historical sites, this AR technology is used. Then ground crew at Singapore's airport, for example, wear AR glasses to see information about cargo containers, speeding up loading items, etc. So basically, this augmented reality adds digital elements, some kind of digital elements to live view, often by using the camera on your smartphone. And that we know in Snapchat, in Instagram filters, we know that we are adding some kind of digital elements to a live view by using some camera lenses or your smartphone apps. You can check this link out for one video on AR. So the AR images can be displayed on a multitude of devices, including eyeglasses and goggles, headsets, heads-up displays like helmet visors. But the most common way to use AR these days is on a smartphone in a variety of apps and games. So the augmented reality, we can say, is a perfect blend of the digital world and the physical elements to create an artificial environment. So whatever the apps which are developed using this AR technology for mobile or desktop to blend digital components into the real world. So this augmented reality is basically using the real world and add some digital elements, add some digital components to that particular real world view. Then we have this virtual reality. So virtual reality is a computer generated artificial simulation process or recreation of some real life situation or environment. And it basically aims at immersing the users by giving them the feel of experiencing the simulated reality, majorly through the simulation of the hearing and vision senses. So here, as you can see in this figure, that completely digital environment, whereas in augmented reality, we are using the most of the part of real world environment and add some digital elements to that. But here, we are completely using the digital environment, and this is a device fully enclosed synthetic experience with no sense of the real world in virtual reality. And this virtual reality uh, development basically consists of this headset device and it is primarily used in different approaches for creating, enhancing some kind of imaginary reality for the purpose of entertainment, gaming, playing. Like we know the PUBG game, right? So in that also this virtual reality is used. So basically, the idea behind this virtual reality is for creating and enhancing some kind of imaginary reality for the purpose of entertainment, gaming, playing, like the computer video games, handheld devices, etc. And for enhancing the training for particular real life environments through the creation of a simulation of some reality wherein individuals are able to practice in advance, like the fight flight simulators, which is meant for the pilots. Okay, so that is one kind of virtual reality environment, so that those pilots can have training in that simulated environment. So basically, this virtual reality is a computer generated artificial simulation process or recreation of the real life situation. Whereas in augmented reality, it is the specialized technology that is used for layering the computer generated and computer oriented enhancement over some existing reality, because in that we are using the most of the part of the existing reality real world, and we add on something on that environment. So though both of this technology might appear the same, there are some points of difference between this augmented reality and virtual reality. So, virtual reality aims at offering a high level of digital recreation of some real life setting, while this AR is aimed at delivering virtual elements as some kind of an overlay to the real world. So, AR is aiming at enhancing the overall user experiences through the addition of using virtual components like digital photos, graphics, or even some kind of sensation as some new layer of interaction with the real world. Whereas we can say that virtual reality VR is aimed at creating its own reality technology, and that tends to be generated and driven by the computer system completely. Whereas this AR is aiming at enhancing the user experiences by just addition of some virtual components. Okay, that can interact with the real world. That can add on in some. We can consider add on in the real world environment. Then another difference is that VR is primarily used for being provided to the end users through some handheld or head-mounted controller, and that device is basically used for connecting people to the technology of virtual reality, and it also allows the end user to bring about an effective control as well as the navigation of their respective actions in the given guided environment for simulating the real world. Whereas the technology augmented reality is being utilized for enhancing the services by several mobile devices, including smartphones, laptops, tablets, by changing how the real world as well as the digital forms of images, graphics interact and intersect with the end users. So these are the some different points between augmented reality and virtual reality. In AR, the system, as we know, augments the real world scene, and here completely immersive virtual environment. Then in AR, user always have a sense of presence in the real world, because we are adding something digital elements in real world, whereas here we are completely using the virtual environment, and that is driven by computer system. So in VR, visual senses are under control of the system. Then this is the important one, that AR is 20, we can say that 25% virtual and 75% real. And virtual reality is, we can consider 75% virtual and 25% real. Then this technology partially immerses the user into the action, and this technology fully immerses the user into action. With augmented reality, end users are still in touch with the real world while interacting with some virtual objects which are nearer to them. The real world and immerses himself in a completely fictional is isolated from the world, like in case of the gaming environment. Then it is used to enhance both real and virtual worlds. It is used to enhance fictional reality for the gaming world. So we can say that this virtual reality is a type of artificial reality which is having no connection with the real world, and it's a totally imaginary world which is created by computer simulations, and it makes us uh, it makes us like dive into that totally different digital world, right? So uh, for example, tech giants like Google have created some VR apps like Google Cardboard, Google Art and Culture. So VR basically gives us the best gaming experience, like PUBG game is considered as one of the example for the same. Whereas if we talk about this augmented reality, it is not entirely different from the real world. It is just like adding some digital elements, components in the real world environment. For example, suppose you found something somewhere about which you are not having knowledge. But if you have a smartphone, for example, having the camera app which takes its photograph and acknowledge you about that particular thing with the help of graphics, of analytical data, then that is called the augmented reality, right? So we can say that this AR is a digital layer of the real world with the help of mediums like camera of the phone or headphones. So that is the augmented reality. And for example, Snapchat, that is also an AR app which is used for making up different layers on faces. So that is also saying that it is using the main real world environment, okay, and add something, some features, some digital kind of components on that real world environment. Now, what are the features of virtual reality? So in virtual reality, the focus will be on three features mainly, that is the three I or triangle. The three I stands for immersion, interaction, and imagination. So immersion, the state of being completely involved in something, right? And we can say that presence. Okay, so that is nothing but the being present or being a part of that computer generated world, and this is as a result of simulation of the human senses, visual, oral, smell, etc., by the system. So that is the feature of immersion, the state in which we are completely involved in something, or we can say that we are part of that computer generated world. Then we have the interaction. So that means of communicating with the system, but you can say unlike the traditional human computer interaction, which uses 1D, 2D, means like we are interacting with mouse, keyboard, keypad. But here, interaction in virtual reality is usually through three-dimensional, means like space ball and head-mounted device, etc. So, some features for interaction in virtual reality we can consider as effectiveness, real-time reaction, human participation, etc. Then imagination. So as the name suggests, imagination can be seen as the thought of the system designer to execute some particular goal. So with the applicability of these components of the VR system for complex problem solving in varieties of fields, its use as a more efficient and effective means of expressing some kind of ideas than the traditional 2D drawing or text explanation. So that can be done here. So basically this virtual reality is a fully digital computer generated three-dimensional experimental environmental. And unlike traditional user interfaces that only allow users to view a screen, VR allows the user to step inside that experience, to be immersed and interact with that particular 3D world that can either simulate or differ completely from the real world. We know some of the 3D movies, right? So that is also the example of this virtual reality. So by simulating the senses as possible, such as vision, hearing, or sometimes touch, a computer is transformed into a gatekeeper to a new world. So the only limits that to this VR experience are the availability of the content and computing power. Now, there are basically three types of virtual reality simulations that are used nowadays: non-immersive virtual reality, semi-immersive virtual reality, and fully immersive virtual reality. Starting with the non-immersive virtual reality, so non-immersive virtual experiences are often overlooked as a virtual reality category because it's already so commonly used in everyday life, and this technology provides a computer generated environment but allows the user to stay aware of and keep control of their physical environment. So non-immersive virtual reality systems rely on a computer or video game console display input devices like keyboards, mouse controller. So we can say that video game is a example of this non-immersive virtual experience. Then we have semi-immersive virtual reality. So semi-immersive virtual experiences provide users with a partially virtual environment, and it will still give users the perception of being in a different reality when they focus on the digital image, but also allows users to remain connected to their physical surroundings. So semi-immersive technology provides some realism through 3D graphics. So we can say that the more detailed graphics will result in a more immersive feelings. So this category of VR is used often for educational or training purpose and relies on high resolution displays, powerful computers, projectors, hard simulators that basically partially replicate the design and functionality of functional real world mechanisms. Then we have fully immersive virtual reality. So these fully immersive simulations give users the most realistic simulation experience, complete with sight and sound, and to experience and interact with fully immersive virtual reality, the user needs the proper VR glasses or a head mount display to see that to experience that virtual reality world. So this head mount display is nothing but one kind of display device, one on the head or as part of a helmet that has a small display optic in front of one or each eye, and this basically used including in gaming, aviation, engineering, medicine, etc. So these VR headsets provide basically high resolution content with a wide field of view, and the display typically splits between the user's eye, creating a 3D effect, and combines with input tracking to establish an immersive, believable experience. So this type of VR has been commonly adapted for gaming and other entertainment purposes, but usage in other fields also like education and the basically the use of this is increasing nowadays. So there are the possibilities of this VR usage are endless. Right. So basically, the the main aim behind this virtual reality is to create its own reality technology that tends to be generated and driven by computer system completely. Whereas if we talk about augmented reality, so in augmented reality, its aim is to enhance the overall user experience through some addition of virtual components like digital photos, graphics, or even some kind of layer of interaction with the real world. So that is the main difference between them, and if we can say that AR is using 25% virtual thing, whereas 75% it is using the real world, whereas it is completely different in opposite in virtual reality. It is using 75% virtual world and 25% real world. So that VR is fully immersing the user into action, and augmented reality is the technology that partially immerses the user into the action. So we'll stop here and continue in next lecture. The semi-immersive virtual reality is basically used for educational or training purposes that basically relies on high resolution displays, powerful computers, projector, hard simulators. Okay, that basically partially replicate the design functionality of functional real-world mechanisms. Whereas in fully immersive virtual reality, that is commonly used and adapted for gaming and other entertainment purpose. But with the same entertainment purpose, it is also used in education and any uh, and many more different sectors.